Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Now I would like to demo with you some of the cleaning exercise that we can do based on our data set. So I'm going to use Microsoft Excel for this purpose. So before that, just make sure that you have this data menu on top. If you cannot see that from your Excel, what you can do is you go to File, click on Options, and go to Customize ribbon, and then you just check on this data tabs. So this is how you do it. Once you have that data tab ready, you can we are ready to do some basic cleaning with our data set. So here I have two set of raw data. So one is from data about artists and their albums and also the total sale. The second raw data set is about employee data set, which consists of employee name, hire date, salary, job title, and also some is the gender column. So hypothetically, I create some errors and mistakes in here so that I can show how cleaning can be done. Okay, so for the first step, it's good if you can convert the existing data set into table format, so that we can play around the filter options, and we can do a lot of things with that. How to do that? Just highlight the whole data here and then click on the insert and then click on table, and there's a dialog box asking the range of the table and whether the table has headers. So in this case I check, by default this option will be checked, assuming that our table has headers. So just click OK. So what happens now, you have this filter on top of each column, right? And then you can play around, can sort the information by the employee name, right? And so on. So as you can see in this particular data set, there's lots of problem. As you can spot here, has a problem with the hire date format, right? And some dates is coming out as a weird number there, right? So it's something that at a glance we can see kind of problems that we should fix. Other than that, we have a gender problem as well. Some of we have T here, right? It's not maybe this error. It's not the right notation to use. Okay, what if we want to reverse the process? We want to undo creating this as table. No problem. What you can do is you just highlight the whole table, and then you go to the table design tab here, and then you click convert to range, and it asks you this, and then you click yes, and then your table will become normal again. Data set will not be in the table format. So the next thing that I want to show you is how we can deal with the blank rows. For this purpose, I'm going to use the first row data set. As you can see here, if I click Ctrl A, right, because there are blank rows over there, so this command will not allow me to highlight everything. So obviously we need to remove these blank rows from the data set. So it's easier, if your data set is small, it's easier for you to just check with your eyes one by one. But in this case, we have about more than 50 data sets, so it's quite tedious if we do that. So what you can do, just highlight all the columns here, and then from the home menu, have find and select function there, and you click go to special. There is a radio button on blanks. Just click there, so it will highlight highlight all the blank spaces or rows in there that you want to get rid of. Okay, and then you click on delete. All right, click on delete sheet rows. Then you're gonna get a very nice blank free data sets. So next, I want to show you how we can fix problems with date and how we can use the filter in order to filter some of the values. Okay, so as you can see here, right, date has problem with formats. Okay, what you can do is if you directly change the format here, right? Okay, for example, I want to change it to a particular date format. Okay, it won't work, right? So, how we can use the value command or function in order to change the date value, okay, to number first, and then once you get that value, you can change it to the desired date format. Okay, let's say you're gonna choose this, right? And you're gonna get that information. Okay, I want to delete the original column here, right? What I can do is I create another column that will keep the clean date there, but I need to paste it as paste values. Only then I can delete these two columns so that I'll have a new fresh look of higher date over there. Okay. Next is how we can use the filter in order to detect data error, and we can do conditional formatting for that. Okay, so the first type of error that I want to fix based on this data set is in the sex column, right? So I can use the filter to quickly, detect the values that are incorrect. Okay, in this case, supposedly gender or sex value is only F and M. Okay, female or male, not T and X. So I can just select the rows with the wrong values, and I can fix it straight away over there. Okay, then now I can just clear the filter, and I get it clean already. So the second type of error is on the salary. Okay, here as you can see, there are negative salary, which is not supposed to be there, but you can use conditional formatting in order to detect the error. Okay, so what you can do, you can highlight the column that you're interested with and click on the conditional formatting, and can use the highlight cells rules here, and then I want to use the rule no less than 0. So salary which is less than 0 is kind of error, and it will highlight it. So what I'll do, I'll just fix it, go to the cell, and I'll just fix the values, okay, to make it right again. So another kind of error that I want to detect is from job title column. Here, okay, I can just scroll down the value and check the values, and I can find here there is a typo error, which is intent. Okay, which is I want to correct it. Okay, which is there is missing, and it's supposed to be intern. Okay, not intent. So just fixed it there, and then I'll remove the filters there and get all this nice and clean. Okay, so the next is I want to show you how we can fix spaces, okay, trailing or leading spaces with our data sets. So in this example, we have job title column, which has a lot of unwanted spaces. Okay, for example, here sales executive, we have spaces before sales, right? Cost accountant, right? What we can do is that create a new column here, okay, and then we use trim function, okay, and then you highlight cell that you want to trim, and you can just double click on there, and it will do it all the trimming for you. So now we have a new job title column that has been trimmed very nicely. Okay, and then you can hide this. Okay, what else? Next, I want to show you about problem with the missing value, how you can use the Excel in order to detect missing values and decide how to fix them. Okay, so in order to do that, just highlight all the columns of the data set. Okay, you can use the find and select. This is the same technique that you can use to spot the blank rows. As I showed you earlier, you go to special and then you can click on blanks. So here it will highlight all the rows that have a missing values problem. So you decide how severe is this problem. If there is significant missing values happening in the rows, you can decide to discard the rows. Or if you think that you can get more information about imputing it, you can go ahead. So this is just to show you how you can detect the missing values, and it's up to you how you want to do with it. Now I would like to show you how we can deal with duplicates. In this example, the data set consists of duplicates. Okay, for example, you can see here at the bottom, I purposely make this record to be duplicates. There are several ways for you to detect for duplicates. Okay, the first one, by using the conditional formatting, you can highlight the data set, and then in the home tab under conditional formattings, there is an option for you to detect or duplicate values. So in this case, it will highlight whatever values that is found duplicated, okay, inside the particular columns. Okay, so usually our interest is to remove duplicates of the rows. Okay, for example, the 3 rows at the bottoms, what we are interested with. Okay, but this is still helpful anyway. Okay, so the second way to detect for duplicates is by using the data from the data tab menu here. Is you can not only detect, it will remove the duplicates automatically once you choose to remove it. Okay, for example, here when I click on that icon, it will ask me which columns that I want to use for the comparison for duplicate detections. In this case, I'm interested to use all columns, and since my dataset has header, so I have to take this one. So it will be treated. So the first row will be treated as a header. So if you click OK, it will tell you how many duplicates values are found and being removed. Okay, so if I click OK, as you can see, there are 2 records at the bottom is now no longer in the data set. Another way is to use some formula in order to do the deduplication. Okay, let's undo this. Okay, suppose that you still have duplicates in there. We can use formula like this. Okay, equals to cell name, and since I'm interested in all of the columns, I'm going to use all of the columns values in here. Okay, enter, and this new columns. This actually consists of combinations of the values of all columns that I've selected. Okay, from here I can use the conditional formatting, okay, in order to detect the duplicates within the set. Right? In this case, I know that there are the three records at the bottom are exactly the same, so then I can choose to delete all except the one that I want to keep in the data set. So this is the action that I choose to do it. Okay, and then finally I can just delete this column which is no longer needed. So next is how we can detect outliers in our data set. So in the slide, I already explained to you what the means of outliers. So usually, so suppose that this is our data set. Let me just clear all the filter first. Okay? So here I already computed the means and deviation values that we're going to need in order to compute for the outliers. So for the mean, we use the average function and standard deviation function. So based on this value, okay, I can compute the outlier high value here, okay, which is actually the mean plus 3 times standard deviation. And if you're interested as well with the value of the low outlier, okay, you can also compute it just like this. Okay, suppose that I hypothetically create high outlier here, right? And then I'm gonna just create some errors in the data set. Okay, which is, let's undo this. I'm just gonna put minus, right? Okay, so the values of outliers are being updated now. So I can use the filter, okay, in order to detect what outliers first, and then you click on number filters. Okay, you can choose this logical function. Okay, in this case, I want to detect if there's an outlier in my data set by using the value of outliers that I computed earlier. Okay, which is 421, 4188, and also I'm interested with all the values of salary which is less than 0. Okay, which is obviously it's not the right values to store. Okay, by doing that, okay, show me those outliers values that has been found in dataset, and now next action for me is to verify whether this is really a valid or legitimate value or it's just a typo error or not. Okay, so for the negative case it's easier because we can just remove the negative sign there. Okay, and but for this value, okay, we need to double check whether it's really an error. Right. Next is I want to show you how you can do quick analysis and also how you can create pivot table in order to for you to further analyze your data set, and then you can use it in order to present the result in the graphical format or in the graph format. Okay, suppose here is that I have a data set like this. Alright, for that let me just remove all the conditional formatting that I've set earlier. Okay, and let's start over. Okay, so from here, okay, based on data set, actually you can do a quick analysis. For example, here if I'm interested to do quick analysis on the salary column, you can just highlight it and right click. Okay, here for example, I want to see the average amount of salary, and it will compute for me and give the result at the end of the row over there. Okay, okay, what else? Maybe I want to check for the hire date. Okay, for specific information. For example, I'm interested to see those who are hired before 15 March of 2004. Okay, and then that's the information that I get. Okay, you can also do other things, okay, with the analysis. Okay, for example, you want to maybe you want to use the graph, okay, the graph of the chart information, okay, here, and then it'll just give you a very quick kind of results and create a new sheet for you in order to do the analysis. Okay, let's try other things with his functions. Okay, suppose that I want to, maybe I want to create a pivot table. Okay, use the pivot table. So here I have tables there. It's very, it can do a quick aggregation, okay, of information for you, and then you can just chart the information from the pivot table. But first you must make sure that you tabulate, okay, you put your data set in table format before you can use this function. So now it gives you some options of pre-computed pivot table. Okay, for example, for the first one, it organizes the job title and with the number of employees that belongs to each job title, and then we also have sum of salary for all job titles. Here is a number of employees, okay, by gender together with the salary, right? Or maybe this is a kind of results that you want to present in your data set. Okay, let's see, for example, here I'm interested with the amount of salary by each job title, right? I click the pivot table and it gives me a very nice very nice aggregate results here, and then from here you can click can create charts, okay, where you can directly report it into your paper, right? So here is the job, okay, and the salary. I might also want to sort this information, the salary, okay, checking the sort option. Maybe I want to sort by the salary, ascending or maybe descending, okay, and it will automatically organize your data into the graph that you set. Okay, so other example, for example, maybe I want to see distribution of job by gender, right? This can do it. Okay, so here, and there is a plus sign here by date, right? So maybe it's not relevant in my context, so I can just uncheck hide it and it will be removed from there. Maybe I don't want okay, I can play around, okay, with the employee name. If I don't want to count with it, I can just uncheck it, okay, and then based on the information I can, you know, create a graph based on that. Okay, can use chart to, yeah, and then it's start giving you the graphical perspective of your data set. Okay, all right. And you can always change to other look. Okay, you can just play around with the types of chart that you want to use, or just follow the recommendation that they give it to you like that. Okay, yeah, that is a pivot table. Okay, what else you can do? Maybe let's see, also have the sparklines here if you think it's relevant to you. Okay, if you think it's relevant information, maybe you can just want to analyze a particular column, okay, to see the sparklines. Yeah, maybe you can use it if it's find it useful. Okay, I think that's all for the demo. All the best to you.